Hi, and welcome to yet another edition of the Untold Stories of Berks County Artists. And our thanks to the Why I'm Missing Foundation, to the Berks Arts Council, and to the Pennsylvania Partnership for the Arts for making this series possible. It has been most interesting. We've met some wonderful people and extraordinarily gifted and talented artists, no matter what the what the vein that you choose. What's the word I'm looking for? Your medium,
The medium, the avenue, the vein is fine.
That works too?
Yeah, that works.
I had to bring that up because, well, meet Theron Cook. Hi, I didn't introduce you. Thanks for joining us, Theron.
Nice to be here.
And you, my friend, have many, many different avenues. You don't work in just one medium.
That's correct. I mean, I look at everything as art, and I try to approach, my daily life like that. My lifestyle, everything I do is art related, art based.
How did this come about? Did you draw as a child? Have you always been artistic and thinking that way?
Yeah, I've always drawn, colored, but I never really painted until high school. And basically I got into an art class, and I got the fundamentals and the basics, and I kind of liked it. But it was more of an outlet or an expression. In high school you're dealing with a lot of different things.
For sure.
And I had to really express myself. After I got injured from playing basketball, that really turned the tables for me, and I really had to figure another outlet out for me to express myself.
Both really, really healthy outlets.
Yeah.
That is a very cool thing. That doesn't always happen that way. So you have obviously a very strong foundation.
Yes.
In your life that says, a healthy outlet. I need an outlet, number one, recognizing that.
Right.
So it went from basketball. Were you gonna just play basketball, go to college for basketball?
Absolutely.
And,
I thought I was gonna be the next Michael Jordan. I got injured, and I couldn't recoup, or I couldn't recover from it like I wanted to really pursue it. So I had to figure out another avenue to just express myself, develop within what my choice of an avenue was, and I ended up choosing art.
So this art class, was that happenstance? You had to take an elective, perhaps?
Elective, so it was my choice, and I picked up art.
Who was your teacher? Do you remember?
My first teacher was Miss Bloom.
Yeah.
Second, Mr. Turner. Third, Mr. Burkhart.
Is this at Reading High?
Yeah.
So you remember all of your teachers?
Yes. They all played a major part in how I developed as an artist.
And that development, is that what led to these acrylic paintings? Gorgeous, beautiful, big. You're big.
Gotta go big.
Yeah?
Yes, it led right up into me actually even choosing, I have a degree in advertising design, actually.
Oh.
But long story short, I went back to the fine arts to express myself because I was dealing with, life-changing situations, and I needed to really just express myself without any rules, without anybody kind of judging my work. Because in advertising design or graphic arts, you're the servant of others, and you're a service more than just expressing yourself. So
in advertising, you are meaning the customer is your boss.
Yes.
In this, you don't really have a customer for a boss, but you'll find that your artwork appeals to potential customers.
Absolutely.
There's a difference. And you're working in advertising design right now.
Yes.
Where are you?
I'm at KBS, which is an advertising agency. Their main client is BMW, so I'm exclusively working with BMW, and I do some of their web design, some of their digital design, and also their advertising design, which is print.
You have success written all over you. Theron, he does. I want to tell you, because you're employed, gainfully employed in New York City. by a major advertising agency. But at the same time, you're still continuing the fine art, and you have some shows. Did you have recently, where was your first show?
And well, in New York, this year, I had my first show in Brooklyn, New York. That was in when was it? 2 weeks ago, sorry. 2 weeks ago. That was great. And my next one will be July 16th, and that will be in Brooklyn, New York as well.
Did you have a show here in the Reading area prior
Yes.
to go? Where was that?
Yes, that was Hydra Studios on the south side of Reading.
Mm-hmm. How did that prepare you for a show in New York? What did you learn, along the way that you take to the table now?
Just the presentation, just to be ready for, to network and talk to people and, present yourself the best way possible. So I just learned, by doing it so many times, you kind of get a hang of what's best for your situation and how to navigate like that.
Do each of these paintings represent, are you trying to evoke a dialogue with these paintings?
That's the goal, and that's the only goal. I mean, I love when somebody comes up and tells me how they see my painting, opposed to how I intended it to be. Now, a lot of my paintings, I do describe my intention, or I script it out so you could read my perspective and my approach to a concept. But that's it. It's not, and it's just to get you to think and to engage in a conversation with myself or anybody around you.
Have you drawn pictures where somebody has come up and said, hey, I see this, or this speaks this way to me, and you're surprised by it because you didn't see that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. My latest piece is called Crucifixion, and I painted it a certain way. I had a concept. I had how I wanted it to look, but when I presented it to the world or the viewer or at the latest show, somebody told me a different perspective, and it was so interesting. I was like, wow, and that's good, and that's what I want. But it was just good to see somebody taking what you've done and seeing it how they see it.
When you use art as the firing point for a conversation, that conversation could go any number of ways with very opposing views. But do you find when art is used as that flashpoint, that the conversation, even though the views are diverse, it's a more peaceful conversation?
Absolutely.
Is that a true? Does that hold true?
That does hold true. I mean, I don't see it going any other way but building upon what's there, and that's the artist or the creator's position, is to create something and let somebody else experience it and view it how they want to view it, and that's it,
And this picture that Theron is talking about is on your page.
Yes.
This page for the Untold Stories of Berks County Artists. That's just two avenues that you explore. There's this, and you have one of these.
Yes.
So this is textile art, would that be correct or no?
That's correct.
Yeah?
Yes. So I basically, I have different canvases, so anything I'm able to create on top of, I do. With, you see right now, this is a pillowcase. I have my shoes here.
What did you do to your shoes?
I painted the tip. I just changed the color of the tip of the toe of the shoe. Just to give some spark, just to make it creative, unique, and one of one, original.
So are you selling these things? Would you buy Converse sneakers, paint them, and sell them?
No, but I would take a commission. If I had the time, which I do sometimes, somebody would send me sneakers and I, customize them and I send them back for a fee. Yeah.
Okay. See, now we're getting into the world of making a living at art. And you're doing that very well. I think your versatility has helped So whether
Yes.
it's textiles or a commission on your shoes, and you mentioned your shirt. So this is your logo on your shirt.
This is my logo. Being in advertising design, I know the importance of branding. But what better way to brand than to brand yourself? So I brand myself as an artist or creator. That's a more broader term. I like a creator better because we're all creators. in a
Some are
certain
better than
sense.
others, I gotta tell you. We might all be creators, but you're pretty good at it.
It depends how you look at it, but on a broad scale, we're here on earth to create.
Okay.
And I brand myself as a creator, artist, visual artist, and this is my logo here. And everywhere I go, I have this somewhere where it can be seen, because I represent this image or this icon, and this icon represents me. So
You represent very well, Theron.
thank you.
I got to tell you that is, it makes me wonder, because we're going from sneakers to textiles to fine arts to graphic arts. Where do you get your inspiration?
I get my inspiration from the universe, but to bring it to, reality, it's more, I get inspired by other artists, by my experience in life, but most importantly, I see a lot of things that could be different or beautiful, or just I could see things being more effective within our experience on earth, and I approach it with love and to bringing things back together. I see a lot of separation. I see a lot of competition or opposing views, and I see that everything can be consolidated, work together, and looked at a little differently.
What's the advice you would offer to perhaps a Reading High School student who is interested in art and is intrigued by it and pretty good at it? What advice do you offer?
I would say look at art on a broader scale than with somebody presented art to you as. Like in just in school in general, when we take art class, it's more about pictures and just crayons and paint and stuff. But it's bigger than that. It's the chairs that you sit in, the spoons, all that has to be designed by an artist. There's nothing that you experience in your day-to-day life that an artist didn't design, or see it another way, or reapproach a basic element that everyone uses. So if you look at art like that, you're unique. Your vision is unique, and it is, and basically you matter at the end of the day. Everybody matters. So. And a lot of young kids, they don't think they matter, so they don't even try. But, the one advice I would just say, you matter at
That's
the end
good.
of the day.
That's good advice. And I'm as I listen to you, I'm hearing basically the world and everything in it is your palette.
Right.
And I can't necessarily say that I looked at this chair and thought, well, somebody dreamt it up, created it, and it is their artwork. So I like that perspective. One more thing before we go, and it's a bit of a curveball. I forgot to tell you this first. What is one thing about Theron Cook that you might like to share that nobody knows, or very few people know?
Well, yeah, actually, I'm not always deep. A lot of people see me as being a deep person and very intellectual with everything I do. I like to have fun, so yeah, everybody needs to know that. I like to be happy and have fun.
That's an interesting observation, because you are a thinker, and you can tell that you are pensive in a positive way. You ponder things a lot.
Yes.
So it's not always that deep. There's the smile. I love it. I love it. Thank you very, very much for your time. It's been a pleasure, and the very best to you.
Thank you.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.